Okay, so Gary, this is a getting to know you for the Oxford United supporters. So first of all, how many clubs have you managed in your career?
Oh, that's a question. I didn't realise this was going to be a trick quiz. Well, I've managed Burton Albion, I've managed Birmingham City, I've managed Derby County, managed Stoke City, and then I've managed Millwall. So yes, and back to if you count two different spells without counting the two different spells at Birmingham, I think this will be my sixth club. So yeah, plenty of experience. I like to think I'm not too old just yet. So yeah, but looking forward to this next one.
Obviously, before that, you were a player. Do you have a favourite memory from your time as a player, Gary?
Well, I won't talk about the 2 goals I scored at the old Manor Ground because that probably might put me on the wrong foot. I don't know really. I think maybe when I was at Derby County, I think we had a very, very good spell. Got promoted under obviously a former Oxford manager Jim Smith and former coach Steve McLaren. We got promoted from the Championship into the Premier League, which was an amazing experience, and then built a very, very strong team in the Premier League. I stayed there for sort of 3 seasons, played a lot of those games, moved to Pride Park. So again, sort of that transition from the old stadium to the new stadium. So yeah, really exciting times. I think probably would be the highlight. But I've loved every club that I've played at and experienced, and every club's different, and every club has strengths and weaknesses. And I enjoyed my playing career, but I've also probably enjoyed my managerial career a lot more.
So back to the managerial career. Would you say you've had greatest achievement to date in management?
Greatest achievement? No, I think sometimes to have longevity in this game, you've got to be consistent. You've got to, hopefully do the right things. I think that, I've had a lot of good success with teams that have to maximise what they do budget-wise, have to maximise what they do. But I think every club's like that to a certain degree. Your job as a manager or head coach is to try and get the very best out of every player, the dynamic, the environment, the staff, everything really. So I suppose achievement-wise, getting Burton in the first season to the playoffs, my first sort of year in the job, second year playoff final, were big at the time. But other than that, it's very difficult to list a favourite moment or a biggest moment.
How would you describe your managerial approach?
Yeah, I think I love spending time with players, with staff. I like to get to know people. I like to try and build those relationships. For me, it's we talk in football about the tactics, and we talk a lot about data. But for me, it's predominantly about people. It's about building those relationships and trying to make sure that. I put everything, heart and soul into this football club to make sure that we can progress and we can continue to build on the good work I think that's been done previously. I think so. Yeah, as a manager, I've been coaching for a long time, so I believe I'm pretty well rounded, got good experience. But yeah, building relationships I think is probably the most important part for me.
What would you say are your non-negotiables as a manager?
Drive, I could list them endlessly. I think drive, hard work, sacrifice, honesty, trust, be a team player, whether it's on or off the pitch, give everything to the group, give everything to the team, but also be brave. I think as a player, sometimes it's easy in this division to sometimes play with a little bit of fear, and actually I think that's really important, is to go out there every game to try and really, put your stamp on the performance and be proud to be a team that wants to go out there and try and win every game of football, home or away. I think that's really, really important. So yeah, like I said, I'm big on values. I'm big on hard work, but of course, football's about so many more things as well. Yeah.
That's great.
A few curveballs in there.
I know.
I hate being